Guys, we should be live here on X, YouTube, kicking Twitch. Anyone else watching the Mr. Beast live stream right now on Whatnot for the giveaway? They just did the giveaway for the Super Bowl ring. All right, let's make sure I get this link sent out. Not going to be on for too long. I haven't looked at any charts. I'm going to do a lot of that here live with you guys. So
Okay. All right, guys. So how much time do we have? As much time as you want.
we're about to give away a Tesla now. Look at that. Yeah.
The yellow Whatnot wrap.
And go ahead and just send this link out on X that we are live.
Keep hitting the buttons. You got Haley Bailey here. Haley, what do you want to say about this Tesla?
Really a nice Tesla. Well, I'd say the nicest Tesla.
We were sitting in this Tesla.
Copy. Yeah.
Sit in there.
This is pretty.
That's a bright yellow Tesla that they're giving away right now.
I currently want it. If you guys don't take it,
I'll take it from you.
Haley will. Are you starting now? What giveaway's going?
I just entered in for the giveaway for the Tesla. Let's see who wins the Tesla. Dude, would it be crazy to be on live stream right now and see the winner come across on freaking one of Mr. Beast's things and it says Tasty Trades while we're live right here? What better way to have two streams going at the same time? Let's see who the winner is. Freddie Godoy. All right. Appreciate everyone hanging out for a little bit. Just going to look at a few charts. Not going to spend a lot of time on here doing a bunch of other hoopla. Mainly just going to be looking at some charts to see if there's any decent setups going into the week. Let me pull up FinViz. If you don't use FinViz, definitely check it out. It's kind of cool to go in there and type a few things in, give you a little heads up. You can move a few things around in the presets category for like performance, and if it's above or below like the 20 or 50, 200, moving averages on the daily. Change a few things like RSI, the candlestick, a few other things, and it just filters everything out for you. It's kind of cool. So I like to do that a little bit here and there, but mainly going to be jumping over onto the daily and the weekly charts here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please do like and subscribe to the channel. Would greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this right now on X, before we start, if you could please like and repost it, I would greatly appreciate it. This will be done live and it's also recorded onto the X stream on my profile, and it will be recorded and saved onto the YouTube channel as well. So for the ones that are not able to attend this session right now live, they can watch this recording later on, look at all the charts and different things that we covered here before next market open for this next trading week. I know it's weird to be going live right now at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Usually I'm not doing it until like 8:30, 9 o'clock, but Super Bowl is later tonight. Everyone's doing their own thing, Super Bowl parties, family over, cookout dinners, get-togethers, events. So we're doing one as well. So I'm not going to be live for that. So I figured I'd just go ahead and do a few things here live with you guys. Again, I have not looked at a single chart right now. I'm going to scroll through a few charts here and see which ones that I like. We'll see. Oh, I just had to do the giveaway with Mr. Beast. It looks like, what is that, a Birkin bag? We'll see. All right, let's go through the watch list. Let me take all of these off. I put the little red flags on my watch list for ones that, because then I'll filter it, and those will be like my top watches for the week, and it keeps it at the top of my watch list there. I am not really concerned with SPY, QQQ, and IWM. People are still freaking out right now. Hey, look, William 32161 just won a purse. Let's go. um, People still freaking out about this market. I mean, everyone just thought, we were about to crash right here, coming down to your weekly 21 EMA for the first time since November. People thought this was the start of, a huge pullback and decline in the market. I thought the same thing were going to happen right here. SPY actually closed relatively flat on the week. Um, Looks like SPX closed, 0.10%, which is absolutely nothing. And a little doji candle up here that actually reclaimed and closed above your weekly 9 EMA. Market is still very bullish. We are still trending upside. So this is there's nothing here. Market is still strong right now until proven otherwise. Again, a lot of people thought that this was going to be the start and we were just going to fall all the way down. And market said nope, and you got a 2% pop on SPY and SPX, and we went all the way from under 6,800 back to 6,932. So now people are thinking we're going to push back above 700 or 7,000. Some people think we're going to, this was a low volume pump and we're just going to fade and go all the way back down and losing, 66, 6,500 going back down there. Who knows? I really do not care at this point in time on any of those things. So let's go ahead. Oh man, I just missed the next one. He's giving away jerseys. That was quick. So Tesla, I think, looks pretty good for some upside here. It did come back down to these previous day and weekly lows right down here, getting a nice bounce off of it, going back up to retest the daily 9 EMA. Yeah, come, they just did another one. That was quick as shit. Look at your weekly candle right now on Tesla. It just came straight back down to this area and nice move back to the upside. So Tesla back over 425 can be pretty good. It's currently in a weekly squeeze, moving to the downside, has not flipped bearish yet. But risk to reward for where Tesla just went and swept underneath 400. Really good bounce, doji candle, buyer step back in, push it back up. So keep Tesla on watch. Starts to push back above that 424, 425 area. Most likely going to be around this area here. So to get a break in base back above that looks really, really good for Tesla. NVIDIA broke trend line, reclaimed. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I got in on that giveaway. I don't even know where it is. Look at this weekly candle right now on NVIDIA. Very similar to Tesla, though, at the same time. Daggum, they're moving quick on this freaking Mr. Beast giveaway. Holy shit. Oh, I got in on that one. I don't even know what they're giving away right now. Dude, I saw that they're giving away a blue Lamborghini. They're giving away like iPhones right now. I want to see if I can win something while being on live stream. This would be pretty neat. Oh my goodness, they're giving away like 50 freaking iPhones right now. Oh my god. Dude, Mr. Beast is wild. Anyone else watching this thing right now? They're freaking going nuts. Anyways, NVIDIA here, very similar to Tesla, to where it came down onto the weekly and daily charts, came down near this 170 area, got a huge retracement, closed back up the weekly EMAs above the 9 and 21. So very, I mean, that is a weird monthly and weekly candle right now for NVIDIA. NVIDIA overall very choppy. Um, as you can see, this is your area of clear resistance right over here. And if you drag that over, it was still resistance again. And the video is just right back near the middle of that entire range. So honestly, don't spend, in my opinion, don't spend a lot of time on the video. I don't think there's much. I don't think there's much here right now on the video. AMD broke trend line as well. Came back down. You do have that gap. I know a lot of people are watching the gap. And the gap starts, well, I actually entered into the gap. So now the gap back underneath would be just around that 190 cycle level. The gap takes it all the way down to 170. So I highly doubt you're going to see a $20, you know, gap fill on AMD instantly if it starts going down that area, even though now a lot of people are watching that. But I mean, you'll see where the buyers kept stepping in all right here multiple times. All they did was just sweep underneath of it, and then they're just pushing it straight back up. Now, you also have to keep in mind there is a gap to fill to the upside on AMD. So not only do you have that gap downside to keep on watch, you have a gap to the upside. So now this chart is really weird. You have two gaps currently. Now you have to watch these two gaps right here on AMD. Again, there's nothing too significant right now, I think, with AMD. If it reclaims the trend line and reclaims your daily 50, which is going to be up in the 220s, I feel a little bit more confident looking at longs up there. But as where it's sitting right now, again, I'm not too worried about AMD. UPS, I mean, I gave UPS down here. In the low 100s. Essentially, we end up going along with $100 calls for January 2026 and 2027 down here in the 80s, underneath 83 to 82 bucks, and then recently just getting this move here on UPS. So UPS, I think, still looks absolutely incredible. So keep that on watch for upside. Toast looks toast. I'll be honest with you. It's sitting at an area of support. The risk to reward looks good for longs down here, but it finally broke this kind of wedge right here. Squeeze went to the downside. I mean, it looks absolutely disgusting, but I mean, it could pick up maybe some buyers around 26, but other than that, chart looks absolutely disgusting. RKLB bounced perfectly. I even have a level right here. RKLB looks really, really good. If it can, I was hoping it was going to start to get a pushback above like 73.50 to 75 bucks on Friday and close above that. I think that would look really good. But the pullback that it just had was nothing more than right down to your weekly 21, which looks absolutely incredible. I think if you actually draw a fib from probably this low to that high, it's got to be close to the 50%, very close. So just went underneath of it, but more importantly, hit that weekly 21. And then you see your daily. Had a really nice move, reclaiming the 50, got up 9%. So keep Keep Rocket Lab, RKLB on watch. Again, right up here, this area of resistance on the far left. I think that's going to be a big spot. So if it can get a break in base above this area here, I'd like to see it hold support, get the move up here, come back down, retest this 7350, 75 area, hold, and then start to potentially get a move up higher. But it was where it bounced at was it's not a coincidence on where it bounced at. You'll see this was a heavy area of resistance. Big green candle ripped straight through it. They pulled back down and then ripped it higher. This was nothing more than just retesting that area for the first time on your daily chart, which just also happened to line up with your weekly 21 EMA. It was a perfect spot for RKLB to bounce at. So now, if it does continue, get a break in base again, 73.50, 75, I think can look very, very good. So keep an eye on RKLB. I'll mark that one. Rivian, uh, I've I've tried. I've tried. Okay. The weekly closed decent. You have it was your first weekly candle since December. This Monday, December 22nd, just one, two, three, four, five, six. Um, six weekly red candles, and it finally got a green one. And it closed above technically where I wanted it to on the daily. So keep Rivian on watch. I think with Rivian, I like swinging this name, but it's going to be. I'll even day trade, but when I day trade, I usually grab 1 to 2 months out, even. So, like right now, I'm doing March 20th contract, so it's February 8th. So I'm doing over a month out, and I'll I'll day trade those on Rivian. And if it continues to work out in my favor, and I make 50, 60, 70%, and then go to 100, I continue to swing runners until they go in the money. That's how you make 2, 3, 400% on your runners. So keep Rivian on watch here on the weekly. It is finally getting that nice little bottom wick. It did hold and reclaim, could get a relief bounce. I would like to see this thing go back up near $16. I've tried multiple times to get $16 calls for March, and I failed twice. They kept chopping it between 14 and $15. Essentially, my area of interest was around 14.50, and just kept going below it. And I'm like, okay, it's not the time. They bring it back up. They go back down a little bit, get cheaper entry, and they continue to go a little bit lower or go flat for a few days. Just wasn't really doing much, but it did close decently on the weekly, so keep that one on watch. Palantir deserves a bounce. I've been talking a lot of shit about Palantir, and that's because I shorted the heck out of it. If you guys have been following any of my charts for Palantir, been posting this one for a minute. So you had a weekly Head and Shoulders, right? Had a nice weekly Head and Shoulders here, and then right up there where that little gray box is, end up taking the short on the retest in the mid to high 160s and getting it slammed down. You go to your daily chart, it's going to show you exactly where it is, and that is going to be this area here. So that is the area where I took puts. I took 150s for 220 and 140s for March 20th. Both of them just went in the money. Had a nice move down, retest, and then instant sell back off, and got to move down right to the bottom of the zone, which is going to be the low from July of 2025. It couldn't have bounced more perfectly and held where it's at. So, with that being said, I do think we can see a potential relief bounce on pounds here, at least to get the move back up to, your mid 140s, potentially get a move back up to, even retesting this area right here. So you do have potential area for a bounce right here on pounds here. I'll mark that one just because this could be a lower risk, high reward trade setup the longer it continues to hold and base down near this 130. Buy some calls with a little bit of time, again, maybe March contracts, maybe a little bit farther out than that, and just let it, start to breathe a little bit, get a relief bounce. But your RSI is oversold right here on the daily. I'd imagine your weekly is relatively the same. It's at 39. It could go lower. It's still in the weekly squeeze. It's been in one since November. I thought it would have fired by now. and it's still there on the histogram. It hasn't fired, so very interesting to see that. So I'll mark that one on there. Again, lower risk, higher reward trade setup. So keep Palantir on watch for a potential bounce play. Pepsi. I missed Pepsi, chart it perfectly. This couldn't have worked out any better. There's your weekly squeeze, boom, and it's fired. See how the red dot is gone now, and now you just have an empty little black dot there on the histogram. That's what you want to see. So broke trend line on the daily, closed above the level, and then I wanted to see the move to 160. This thing's at 170 now. $20 move on Pepsi, absolutely incredible. At the same time, with this one that played out, KO made new all-time highs off trend line, ripping higher. So I'm not sure how much higher those things can go, but those ones look absolutely incredible. Walmart's another one, new all-time highs, absolutely incredible. Beautiful gap fill right here that it filled at the end of January from the beginning of January, and then instant rip up. ONDS, not really concerned. NEE has been good. I still think this one can cruise a little bit higher, but it did break the giant cup and handle here. So it is up near that area of potential resistance, but it does have opportunity to maybe move up a little bit higher. But this chart absolutely playing out perfectly with this weekly cup and handle. MRVL. I went short on the tweezer top right here. Got a little bit of gains on some puts in the Discord. So caught this little flush down right here, and then they bounced it and came back up. Now it's retesting your daily 21. So getting back above this area here, I think can be very good. But your weekly did reclaim that trend line. And the EMAs are right there above it. So getting back above 81, 82 bucks on MRVL can be decent as well. That is a really nice hold of that trend line for a higher low. So keep that one on watch. I'm not going to mark that one as too important on my chart. FDX, FedEx, again, I traded UPS. I called out these live on here, YouTube and X, whenever I took them in the Discord. I was like, I personally don't care which one you take. I think they both look amazing. I think there's more opportunity on UPS than FedEx. I like the way that UPS options move over FedEx as well. So I took UPS. FedEx also new all-time highs here. This one is breaking out on the monthly chart. Another one. We talked about this last Sunday. Pepsi, KO, FedEx, UPS, all these names that a lot of people that you weren't going to really look at this week because you were more focused on SPY, Qs, and the Mag 7. I kind of wasn't. I day traded SPY. That was about it. Other than that, focusing on those individual names, and they were going to have opportunity to go higher, and they absolutely did, honestly. CSX, another one, absolutely ripper, is new all-time highs on ticker CSX right there as well. So another one just absolutely continuing to rip. AppLovin, very disappointing looking chart, but I talked about this one on Friday. You might have a little bit of opportunity here with where it bounced at. I would have liked to see it go potentially a little bit lower, but this area here, 360s, not a bad area to look for potential relief balance. I like the daily candlestick setup that it has. Also, it now has potential for gap fill, even upside for a little relief bounce. And it starts at 410.25 and it hit 410.21, missed it by 4 pennies. So you have a small gap right here to fill on your daily for APP. And again, just where it bounced at on the weekly chart, your daily RSI, Jesus, at 29.8, so a little oversold, huge move down. I mean, weekly chart, that's minus 12%, 8%, 9%, 14%. I mean, absolutely disgusting of a chart. So you could see this is going to be one of those dumpster diver trades. So could see a move back up. I would like to see back to the 450s, 460s area on APP. The gap fill takes it back to 450 at least, and your daily 9 currently is at 455. So keep APP on watch. I am going to mark that one. That is a low risk, higher reward trade setup for a potential dumpster diver swing. RKT filled the gap, rejecting, coming back down. Go ahead and trend lines right below. Could get a move lower. Weekly still holding. Huge upper wick. Nothing too concerned. I think this one needs a little bit more time. FSLR got the bounce, went up, retested, rejected. It was a great long and then a great short. It like that couldn't have been almost more perfect for either direction. It was absolutely perfect. Previous circles right here, so one that I just deleted off the chart right over here. For the breakdown, came down, retested, slammed back down, back at the same spot. So keep this one on watch. If it starts to break back underneath that 215 area, or if it continues to hold to get the move back up closer to 235, 240. Adobe is a piece of shit. I wouldn't really worry about Adobe. This continues to be another potential dumpster diver trade, but there's no love on Adobe. Banks, there was some call flow on some like $100 calls for WFC last week with a little bit of time. Got a really nice bounce off its 21. You'll see that it continues to hold the weekly 21 multiple times. It's tested and get good reactions off it. Nothing more than it doing that again, and it just filled a gap upside, but still looking good overall. DLO pushing, V ugly. UNH, I'm not too concerned with UNH. Uber, disgusting. UAL, beautiful chart. Nice cup and handle breakout, just retested the area of where that breakout was after kind of rejecting near previous highs. That's all-time highs that it just made recently. So travel sector was pretty. Your airlines did fairly well this week. So again, a lot of those names that people aren't watching. Look at NCLH, look at CCL for your cruise lines, and then look at DAL and UAL and AAL for your airlines. Someone said, "Is this live?" I don't know. You tell me, Jordan. Is this live? I just put you up on the screen, Mr. Jordan. Are we live? I hope we're live. I hope we're live, my friend. Unity software, we crushed this thing to the downside. I'm not too concerned with plain Unity. Trade Desk is absolutely dead. That thing can bounce at 0. Team is still dead. That thing can bounce at 0. Shopify recently just got obliterated. Where does this trend line kind of take you to on? I mean, it can come down a little bit lower. Why not? Why not come down closer to $100? Yeah, that monthly as it gets down closer to about 100 would be interesting. Right there. So keep Shopify on watch. I'm going to put an alert when it sweeps underneath 103. So Shopify continues to show weakness and goes down here. Once it gets underneath 103, I'm start looking for potential longs, looking for swings down there. If I see buyers step back in off this higher low around that $100 cycle level area. So I'm not going to jump the gun here, but I am going to set the alert on the chart if it sweeps under 103. So keep that one on watch. Look at Starbucks trying to do something. What's Starbucks doing? Don't trade Starbucks. RGTI IONQ recently got smoked. They had a good bounce recently on Friday, but kind of everything within the market did as well. Not really too concerned with Rigatoni or IONQ. Rubrik looks disgusting. PayPal's at 40 looks disgusting. I don't really look at China stocks right now. Oracle disgusting. OKLO. Not really too concerned. Now looks. I think now should find a relief bounce soon. I think it will be very clear whenever you do see buyers step in and defend that area down there, but I'm not too concerned with it. Here's NCLH again. NCLH and CCL. I mean, this looks very interesting. So going forward, kind of watch this pennant right here on NCLH. Your monthly with it right now. So putting in these higher lows, but then putting in these lower highs, the longer it sits within here, it's going to end up building. Oh, it isn't a squeeze. I was going to say it should start building a squeeze, and it just put its first one here on the indicator, a little red dot. So that makes sense. I love when I start looking at a chart and I'm like, that looks good. And the reason why is because consolidation leads to expansion. So keep NCLH on watch moving forward. I don't think there's anything here. Okay, so with MU, I want to short MU, and that's just because I missed the run up and I'm pissed. Um, so I would like to look for a short on MU between 400 and 410. So essentially retesting this area here. I want to see a back test rejection, and I kind of want to take this thing lower. Um, it's had a massive run to the upside. This is the first weekly candle that it's had in a while. RSI on the weekly is at 80. This thing has been on an absolute move, a little bit overextension. I would love to see a pullback on this name. Kind of the same thing, kind of what I did with Palantir. Palantir was on a huge run, and I don't really trade Palantir a lot, but I saw an opportunity there setting up for a short, and I took it. And I took it on 2 different trades, and it absolutely paid very, very well. So would like to trade MU. I don't want to get run over, but essentially right there. See this back test kind of area here. I'll mark a midpoint kind of along the lines of 405 between 400 and 410. So would like to see essentially the breakdown here, the bounce back up here, and then I want to get into a short position, and then look to take this thing at least back down to equal lows. I mean, full extension target downside is going to be closer to about the 350, 340 area. Going to be about here. So in a perfect world, I get my put entry right up here on MU for a lower high, little SR flip. So the one thing I like about this chart is it's very clear to see this was resistance. This was resistance. And then the second they got a candlestick that closed above it right over here, the stock ripped up higher, right? So now that the stock closed above it, ripped up higher, when it pulled back down and retested, what did it do? Got a really, really nice bounce off of it, right? Came back down, really nice bounce. What did it do? Went straight back up. Now you see a giant red candle that just came in right there. No bouncy, bouncy. What is that? That is the middle finger from the bears to the bulls, overtaking that zone, going to the downside. They based it down here in the low 360s. And now when they pop back up here and they retest and reject this area, I want to go short right here for a potential SR flip. And then I'm still watching this Mr. Beast live thing right now. And then I put ST flip and then get in on a short with some time. Not going to day trade really. I already talked the word flip. Not going to really look to day trade this. Going to look for more of a swing trade and take this thing back down. So keep MU on watch. I'm going to mark that one. That way it goes to the top. Microsoft is interesting here. So Microsoft just closed with a nice little green hammer candle. Another one to where this one going to the downside recently. Big move down. I mean, huge gap down from earnings, first of all, and then just continue to sell after that point. So now it's getting a daily green hammer right down here that just closed back above that 400 kind of cycle level area. So let me screenshot this. And then if you zoom out on Microsoft, and if you mark these lows here and draw it to the trend line, it got very, very close on this overextension move to the downside. And if you go on the weekly chart, there you go. So consolidation, bear flag breakdown underneath the EMAs came all the way down to the trend line. Now my question is, can it bounce? low risk, high reward trade setup come back up here. Even honestly, I mean, 440, 450, I think is feasible for Microsoft. So high or low, trend line bounce. Again, low risk, high reward trade setup. Going long, risking underneath of it, probably down in the mid 390s. Even just underneath that trend line is going to put it around 393. Even coming back up to retest. I mean, full move upside 475 be amazing. That's a 1 to 8 risk reward. But even halfway through there, at least backups to say 445, right? Here, 440, 450. That's a 1 to 5 risk reward trade right there. So I really do like this one for a potential bounce play. So I am going to mark that one and put that on the top of the list. Nothing too crazy on Morgan Stanley. MPC, huge ripper to the upside, looking amazing. Not really concerned with where Meta is at right now. It's kind of in the middle of this entire range. Again, I'm not too concerned with Meta. MongoDB has a really nice base of support down here. Where is it at? Where's my box? Right here. It has a really nice base of support that's right down here, and it just retested that area and getting a nice little green candlestick off of this one. I do like that. This could be a dumpster diver trade. Let's see how the weekly looks. Yeah, I mean that's a great spot on the weekly, back testing that for maybe a little bounce. So could be a bounce play here within the next few days this week. So keep MDB on watch. McDonald's, I think McDonald's is at all-time highs. Yeah. McDonald's looks really good. McDonald's is probably going to end up going higher. I think it's in a squeeze right now. McDonald's in a huge weekly squeeze. Kind of breaking above this area of resistance right up here. I mean, that is a huge weekly squeeze on McDonald's. So keep MCD on watch. Not too concerned with MasterCard. Lyft, I think, deserves maybe a little bit of a bounce right now. With the move that it just had downside, I believe it was in a squeeze. It fired back on Tuesday, January 20th. Got a really nice move to the downside, and the weekly squeeze just fired as well and is done. As you see right here, red, 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 and then empty little dot right here. So keep an eye on Lyft for potential bounce play. I really like this area, a little high traffic. Do I have volume profile turned on? I probably need to. Could be a decent area for Lyft to bounce at. Lowe's, I think, looks really good. Lowe's and Home Depot. Some news came out with home builders as well. So keep these two on watch. Lowe's and Home Depot are more swing names. I like Home Depot a little bit more than Lowe's whenever I trade it. It's not in a weekly squeeze, but I believe it's in a daily squeeze. So your resistance just right up here in the 390s. As long as it holds that trend line. Resistance again, kind of right up here in these 390 area. Daily squeeze right now, moving to the downside, has not flipped bearish. Your MACD is very, very thin. Your RSI bounced at 50 and is still above 50. So it's more neutral but bullish on Home Depot. So if it can get a break in base over top of this zone right here, looks good for a move upside. So what is that, around 392. If it starts to reject around 392 again, it could be a good short spot as well. But keep Home Depot on watch moving forward. Not too concerned with Goog or the Google. I sent GILD last week. This is the daily chart. Since then, this was Monday at 141. Stock went up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Duolingo. um, it's got to bounce at 0, right? Duolingo's got to bounce at some point, right? I mean, this is probably one of the ugliest charts within the market. Um, uh, Small little green hammer candle down there at the low. I'm not too concerned with it. There could be a trade here, maybe intraday for a little relief rally, maybe back up to 130, but I'm not too concerned with that. DocuSign, kind of the same thing. DraftKings, kind of the same thing. Datadog, another same thing. This could be a bouncy play area. It filled the gap. You have this area right here. It could go a little bit lower. It looks like it just bounced off the low from September 2024. So, a nice little green daily right there. Again, this could be another dumpster diver trade. I'm not going to put it on watch personally. Nothing too important there, but keep that one on watch. Here's the other airlines I was talking about with UAL. DAL had an amazing day. It was up 8%. New all-time highs. Yeah, look at that. New all-time highs. Retested daily moving averages, broke above trend line, retested it again, and then off to the races. Very nice chart. CVS is in huge consolidation here. On the weekly, it's been a squeeze for a minute. It is moving to the downside. It has not flipped. No, it did flip bearish. It did just flip bearish. Got a nice bounce underneath EMAs as well. So this one's more neutral to bearish right now. It still needs more time, but it is in a high compression squeeze. So keep CVS on watch. I'm still want to see Carvana, stay underneath this 420, 400 area. Eventually going to move down to this trend line. Once it does, I like to take it short down to that area, 340s, and then go long Carvana once it gets to 340s. Until either of those two things set up, I'm not too concerned with it. CoreWeave could be something there. Don't really like it too much. CRM played out downside. Looks, where's that? That's CrowdStrike, played out downside. Doesn't look that great. CRM playing out downside, still doesn't look great. Circle bouncing at 0. Costco looking absolutely incredible with Walmart. I think you have a trade here. This looks really good. Ooh, they're giving away a Mr. Beast gold bar right now. Look at that. Oh, he's got Logan Paul up on the thing right now. Let's see. I think there's a trade here on Costco. I mean, that monthly looks absolutely incredible. Weekly candle looks really good. Back test your 9 and 21 almost perfectly. Getting a nice bounce off of that. There it is on the daily chart. I think you have a potential trade set up right here on Costco. Let me see if there's. I don't think there was any kind of significant flow or anything that came out for it last week. MSTR, APLD, PFE, which I'm going to cover here in a second. Wells Fargo, Meta, Snow, SNDK. I don't see anything too much on Costco, but really, really strong daily and weekly chart as well. Again, this is one of those names within retail similar to a Walmart, I think, can just continue to rip up. Doesn't really matter what SPY IQs, Max 7 are doing here. So I do think you can see continuation on Costco, at least back up to retest these highs here. It's going to take it back up to about like 1050, 1070 area. Costco contracts are expensive. I think this is a really good swing name. Don't really day trade this one. I'm going to keep that one on watch. Comcast, I was long at one point in time. It took way too long right here down in this choppy area, and then it finally got to move upside. That one's looking good. Here's CCL again with NCLH. This one looks absolutely incredible, and it has plenty of room to the upside if it wants to continue to run. There's even a small gap. Looks to be like right up in here. So that's going to take the stock above $40 from here. So was that like 20% higher on the stock potentially? Let me screenshot that. I'll keep CCL on watch for a little bit relative strength. Caterpillar, another one of the greatest companies, and honestly charts within the entire market. If you're long, you're long. If not, you missed it. Citigroup failed breakdown to the downside here, brought back up to the equal highs. Nothing too concerning there, but recently just had a nice move with the banks to the upside. BE, nothing. Bank of America again retested, popped back up, looking good, back to the same highs. Baba could get a bounce right here, not really concerned. Axon, dumpster diver trade, AVGO looking disgusting. ARM, I mean, back to the 120s, not a bad area to look for it to either. That's at a really key spot either for a big rejection. Right back on this back test here. What is that? 127. So 127, 130 area back test rejection potentially on ARM. There was a small gap fill which would take it up there. So nice base that it held back up here. Honestly, I'd look to go for a potential short and take it back lower. So keep this one on watch. It could give a little bit of opportunity first for upside, and then risk reward can flip it for a potential short right as it gets up right here. So breaks the zone right here, comes back up to right there. That's where I kind of want to go short. So it enters and fills that gap right up in here, put a tight stop, just right above it, maybe like 132, 133. These coming back down to the bottom of this zone right here where it's getting near the breakout. So 1 to 2.7, not bad to at least come back down and maybe put in a higher low, retest your larger time frame EMAs. That puts that at 1.55 risk reward trade. So would like to see potentially fill that gap, reject, come back down, and then get the move lower back down to this chop zone. So keep ARM on watch. Amazon? Oh, I don't freaking know, guys. I don't know what I want to do with Amazon. Here, Amazon's probably one of the weirdest looking charts right now. You have that gap here. You have that gap here. Then there's a small gap to fill lower if it breaks down there. So these are all the gaps on Amazon. So you have a gap right below, you have a gap right above, and then if it goes above this one, you have another one. As of right now, I own Amazon equity and shares at 174 average. I'll day trade this thing. I mean, maybe here and there intraday, just off levels of clear support and resistance back and forth. As for swing trading this thing with options, there's I don't see anything too interesting right now on Amazon. A firm, I feel like if you run this, it could back test reject. What is that going to line up around $65? So if a firm does bounce around this area, around 55, look for a move back up to 65, and I'd look for a short on that one. It's in a weekly squeeze right now. Where does that trend line take you to? I mean, probably a lot lower. Yeah. So little relief bounce, move down, go back up, short it, take it down lower. That in a perfect world, that would be the move on AFRM. Apple, I think Apple can be a short. I'm currently short Apple after being long. So I longed Apple here with 280 calls for March 20th, 2026, and they just went in the money and I sold. So now looking for essentially this little zone that I have right up here, putting a lower high from these all-time highs. Um, Small upper wicks right up here, previous session, better upper wick after we had a nice relief move within the market to the upside. So now that it's got its RSI just hit 70 as well. Now that it's got it overextension to the upside, I would like for it to get a move back to the downside. So currently short Apple with some puts. Tight stop on this one. Again, this is the chart set up right here. Entry. I gave myself room to add into this one because there's time on these. So if it comes back up near this 280 area, I'm going to add a few more contracts and still have the same stop above it near 281. 25, 281.50 potentially, and have my full position by that point. That will bring my average probably right up to here. So it's a 1 to 5 risk reward ratio for potential swing on Apple. So I am short. I need to go ahead and put that one on there. And then American Airlines played out to the downside, almost got near my larger time trend line, getting a nice move back up with the other airlines. So again, nothing too concerning there. So as of right now, we have Tesla, RKLB, Palantir, APP, MU, Microsoft, MongoDB, McDonald's, Costco, CCL, ARM, and Apple onto the charts. I'm just going to go ahead and mark SPY, Qs, and IWM because I trade those. Now, what I want to do is go to FinViz real quick. He said, if you win something, tweet your reactions. I'm live right now, Mr. Beast. If I win something, it would be incredible. Sarge in the Discord said, look at ZM on the weekly. This one looks good. What, squeeze to the upside? Just started to squeeze. Nice bullish divergence on the RSI. MACD's been bullish for a minute after a huge move to the downside. It is at a little bit of an iffy spot, but if it does break in base over top of this area here, that looks good for upside. I see what you're doing there, Sarge. Hit this trend line right here as well. See how that's held on those lows. 1, 2, 3, and then off to the races now at the resistance. If it rejects here, Sarge, get a move downside, retest around 86, buy the 86, 85, looking to buy the dip, take it back up here, and then, get that breakout. So it does look like it's primed for the breakout right here. But if it continues to chop, build this squeeze even more, which on the weekly chart, I'd imagine it would, because if you look at previous squeezes, look how long that squeeze built right here before the move happened to the upside. So with the previous upper wick right here in the first start of the squeeze, I would imagine that it's not just going to instantly squeeze and rip through that. I think it could consolidate or pull back first and get a better entry in, still build that squeeze, hold the bullish divergence, hold the higher lows in this trend line, get in on that dip, take it back up equal highs, green on the trade, continue to swing, risking some profits, and then getting the squeeze fire, break out to the upside. In a perfect world, that would be my trade setup. But I do like that one right here, Sarge. Good find on ZM. Someone said APLD. APLD, chart looks absolutely incredible here. Overall, on the larger time frame, it looks like it probably just bounced off a trend line perfectly. And it's right back at resistance perfectly. So nice bounce. Resistance right here starts to break a base above this area here. It's going to be around, $35. Keep that one on watch. Again, there was some flow. Let me pull that up real quick. There was some flow in APLD as I was just scrolling through. Someone bought APLD $35 calls for February 20th. Someone bought 5,048 contracts at $304 per contract. They bought them at 142 on Friday and spent $1.54 million. So go to 142, which is going to be somewhere right inside here. Somewhere right up in here, going into the end of the day. So very, very interesting. Somebody is long. I just want to see who wins this blue Lamborghini that he's about to give away. It isn't a daily squeeze. It's going to the downside. Bearish MACD, bearish divergence on the RSI. Risk to reward looking to enter into a new trade right now on APLD. It's a short. Very strong candle. I would have to see sellers step in at this area, but previous price action shows that this is a very important area, right? Sellers step in right here, slam it back down. Got to move back down here to 20 bucks. So essentially you see sellers step back in here again, slam it back lower. So there is a potential trade here for downside, but also obviously for upside with a little bit more time. I think that's just what the stock needs. Let me go pull up the stock screener real quick. Let me do, we'll do a hammer candle. Let's do it by market cap. Highest market cap. Go to your daily chart, PanW. Okay, I see this. Look at this. Okay, PanW. PanW could be a dumpster diver trade. It broke trend line, overextended to the downside. Okay. Could be a little relief bounce here on PanW. Got a volume shelf around 154, 155. Small. You could see a little bounce right here. So keep this one on watch. PanW. It says SNDK. Inverted green hammer with a little red hammer right after that. TDY, MongoDB, we've already covered that. That's another dumpster diver trade. Let's see. NXE says the Soldier Boy ticker has one for use. It does indeed have a little green hammer right there. DMLP. DMO. I mean, there's a lot of candles that have green hammers right now. Not really too concerned with most of these. Let's go to inverted hammer. Apple and Shell. We've already did Apple. We can do Shell. Drift Goat 43 just won some shoes. Inverted green hammer right here on Shell. It's in a weekly squeeze. Nothing too crazy. It says EL. Oh god, they just had earnings. There could be a potential trade here. I'm not too concerned with. It says the Coke, not KO, but Coke. Nice little move upsides in the daily squeeze, trying to go. Nice move here on the weekly off the EMAs. Coke, not bad. Neo, not trading Neo. VFC, Wingstop, MHO, Quaker. Dude, I forgot this one existed. Nice chart. Look at this thing. Anyone ever traded this stock? Getting a potential little breakout on it. Not bad. So potential double top right here. Look for a pullback to like the low 160s, 162, 160 area. Could be a good long right off of that. Not bad. HDL, CAC, no, no, no. Put in the chat if there's any charts that you guys want me to look at. You think that look good or look bad? Either one. I'm on FinViz right now. You can't see it here on the stream. You just see the chart. I'm on FinViz right now going through a stock screener. Just putting in some things, seeing if I find anything interesting on it. Let's see. AT&T. Had a really nice move upside. Did I look at Uber? I know I looked at Lyft. Uber probably deserves a little bit of bounce. That's actually a good area for a bounce on Uber. That's a good area for a bounce on Uber right there. Is there a trend line right here? There is a little bit of a trend line right here. Okay. Look, last time I hit area of support right here with the trend line, big reaction. Doing it again so far. All right. Save Uber. Put it at the top. I'm going to set an alert on it. Any dips down back underneath 73 starts to push back upside. Back over closer to 76. Keep that on watch for a potential trade right here. That looks good. Already did APP. That's a dumpster diver trade. VST. That had a nice bounce. Back up retesting it. Nothing crazy here. Airbnb. Airbnb. I like this one as well. Where it's at right here on the daily, consolidating and holding around this area right here, 120. As long as it continues to hold around this 120 area, potential dumpster diver trade, get a move back up here closer to 125, 126. I don't think I have Airbnb on here. Airbnb, add it to the watch list, and red flag. I probably should color code like red for bearish, but then green for bullish. The reason why I don't, because if I put it on there for a bearish or bullish setup, if it invalidates, it can print a bigger move in the opposite direction, and I don't want to have a bias on it going into it. So I just flag them all. Let me get in on this next giveaway. Keep Airbnb on watch as we're getting closer to the World Cup. I'm not sure how many people are out here are soccer fans. You could see an increase within Airbnb, so that could be positive, catalyst here for the stock during that time as we get closer to the World Cup. So keep Airbnb on watch. That's another good one. Lower risk, high reward trade setup for a potential swing. Workday. Oh my God. What a disgusting looking chart. That's a big dumpster diver trade. I don't really like it that much. RKLB was one. ASTS is the other one. Had a nice bounce on the daily, retest, rejected. So if that one starts to get a breaking base back over 105, can look good. Let's see. AES. Hymns. Freaking hymns. JPC, cash. Not seeing anything else that I like. Again, just going through FinViz right now. Yeah, I don't see too many things else on FinViz that I like. What do we have so far? Just added Uber and Airbnb on here. I really do like that Airbnb. Did I take a screenshot of that so I can send that out? You guys see how boring homework is? How boring homework is? Disgusting. Someone's like, can you look at next? Absolutely. Um, Next looks like it wants something here. Daily squeeze. Whoopsies. I threw the indicator at the top. Hold on. There we go. Daily squeeze almost flipped bullish and it didn't. Got to pop back up. That's or flipped bearish and it didn't and it held bullish. That is a very, very good sign. Are we looking at the chart? So if you brought this up because you're potentially bullish on it, down here, I do like this. Not bad. You could probably just draw a line from here to here. And then you see the base that they're creating right down here that they're holding. So what is that, around 530? So they're getting a lot of upper wicks around that 550 area. But if it starts to break in base between that 540, 550 area right here, that looks pretty good. So gets the move up, rejects that area again. But the difference is it would be above that trend line and above this area. And as long as it continues to close above it, retest, get a nice entry in, take that thing higher. Not bad. Really like the daily squeeze right here on it. What is this? Next Decade Corporation? Who brought this one up? Stealth Trader. I like it. This is a sleeper chart, it looks like. Stealthy. Stealth Trader. I like it. Keep that one on watch. I like it. Could be with the as cheap as the stock is. I don't know how the options move on it, but it is a $5 stock. So potentially not bad for owning equity on it because if you do take it from 520 to 570, it's a 10% move within the stock. It just had a 8.7% day. So you could potentially make a 10, 15, 20% trade here on equity for shares. Depending on how their options are, you could potentially sell options along with it. So I think there's multiple things you could do here. This probably seems like a name for leaps where it could be January 2027, January 2028 calls, and then also be, in a little bit of equity and then sell some options in here as well. Maybe a few cash secured puts or some covered calls against your shares while your leaps maybe continue to work in your favor, or if it continues to go sideways for a little bit of time, your call leaps hold value, but then you're making money by selling some covered calls and getting that theta, burning off your premiums, which would be good. So not bad. I like that one. Someone said Nvidia. We already did Nvidia. There's nothing on the chart right now for Nvidia and where it's at. I've been seeing people talk about this one a lot. Kratos. Oh, he started another one. He's giving away a motorcycle. Yay! See what you get. I like the daily, weekly, nice back test off the 21. Guys, I'm telling you right now, just put a 9 and 21 moving average on your chart. I use EMA for a 9 and 21. I don't use SMAs or just regular MAs. I like EMAs. I do use the 50 SMA on my daily, but for everything else, it's just 921 EMA. It's just always kind of been that way for me. Overall, there's a difference between them. When you look at the chart and you have them applied on there, it's really not that much of a difference. And personally, for me, for day trading and swing trading, just keeping it 921 EMA, short, sweet, to the point, and consistent. I leave it that way. But again, weekly 21 EMAs. Look, a lot of the stocks that we've talked about and keep looking at, they continue to base and just sit around that 21 EMA or get big reactions off of it. And this is another one that just recently did it. Daily candlestick setup. I do like this here. So over what, 95 bucks? So if it gets back above 95, looks pretty good. It looks like it might have bounced near trend line. I could be wrong. Nope, it bounced near trend line. So higher low, another higher low. So Kratos over 95. Whoever brought this one up, Jerry, looks pretty good. I don't know. He's giving away feastable stuff. I just did enter. So keep that one on watch. Not bad. I'm going to jump off here in a few. ATKR. It's in a weekly squeeze right now. Right off the 21. Volume point of control right underneath of it. Not bad. It's been in a weekly squeeze for a minute. Oh, man. This thing is like. This thing is coiled right now. I don't like the candlestick setup prior that's on it. It's almost like an evening star, which is that candlestick setup right there, which I don't like. With this crazy wick that happened right here, and I'm not sure what happened on the stock on that day. It went from 73 down to 56 in a single day, or sorry, in a single week. That seems a little crazy to me. But running a trend line right through here, I see the vision for if it continues to hold this area right here, which is going to be closer to 65 bucks. So risk to reward currently with where it's sitting at, if it continues to put in higher lows and hold 65 bucks, that does look good for a potential long setup. Buying the dip maybe down here near that 21, risking underneath that volume point of control, or just a dollar lower 64. Even going back up to equal highs, that puts you at a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Squeeze fires and take you back up here to this previous high, which that seems to be a very big and important spot, 80 bucks. That puts you at a 1 to 5.4 risk reward ratio for a potential long right now. Squeeze is still holding up bullish, which is good. Your MACD is also bullish. The RSI is climbing as well, and it's above 50. That is a very good sign as well. So whoever brought this one up, Alpha One, I'm not sure if you brought this up because you were leaning maybe a little bit more bullish or bearish on this one specifically, but risk to reward and looking at where it's sitting at right now on the weekly chart, it looks good for potential longs in my opinion. Are they about to give away the Lambo? Yeah, absolutely. Tommy, we did ASTS. There's nothing too much there right now. Same thing with Rocket Lab. It did get a nice bounce on the daily, but it's kind of now back bounced off support. It just retests an area of resistance. It's right between the two. So I think it just needs potentially a little bit more time. Are shares better or options? Depends. It depends on who you are. I like doing both. Depends on if you're a day trader, swing trader, if you're a scalper, if you want to be a long-term investor, do you want to actively be trading the market? Do you just want to buy some shit and let it sit for 10 years? I mean, depends on your style. Williams Sonoma. Look at this bad boy. New all-time high recently. Oh, they're doing the Lambo. Enter the giveaway. Oh, it won't let me. It says error. Oh, it says error. No. I want to see who wins this Lamborghini. That would be wild. I had to clear out the app. It wouldn't let me do it. Oh, now I'm in. Oh, I'm entered in for the giveaway. You guys watching this thing? Let's see who wins this Lamborghini.
Just tell them to go watch someone. You should like rate somebody that has
Ooh, it's in Casey Trades Blue too. Come on now. I gotta win this thing. I'd be the ultimate furu. Be the ultimate furu right now. Want a free Lambo from Mr. Beast? gonna say, Casey, when's the next mastermind class? I'm gonna try to do the mastermind class the last Saturday of every month. Um, so and that'll be every month for the year of 2026. Oh, you're entered too, Pro Fast Guy. Let's go. Come pick me up if you win this Lambo. If you win the Lambo, come pick me up. So the last Saturday or the last weekend um, of the month. So if the last Saturday, if the last Saturday for say February, March, April, whatever it is, at the say or again at the end of the month, I guess I should say, is on a Thursday or Friday, and then the first or second starts for that next month, it's going to be on that Saturday. It's just whatever the last Saturday is.
Let's see how quick the numbers go down. Okay. We lost 10K. Oh.
Oh, they're done. I think it said Felipe won it.
Guys, come on, come on.
And he's counting how many people leave the live stream after the Lambo was a giveaway. If I win, you can. If I won it, I would sell it. if if I won a Lamborghini or someone gave me a Lamborghini, I would sell it. I would not keep it. I would 100% sell that thing. Take however much the model year, whatever that it's worth, and sell that thing. Collect 250K to myself. Go do something else better with it. But your daily chart, Williams Sonoma, really nice bounce off the EMAs. It did just make a new all-time high on Wednesday. It's still looking good for upside. I think it's one of those names where it can just continue to ride the EMAs and go up. Ooh, Dollar General. This your first maintenance bill is about 30K. Yeah. I ain't paying for that shit. If I ever got a Lambo, it would just be for tax purposes, just to lease it to myself for like a year or two and then just get out of it. Okay. I see the vision. Look, I even have a cup and handle right here. I got it drawn. Right. I got it drawn. Ripper. Okay. I see it. That's the vision. The vision for the upside played out. Hear me out. It just hit the daily 21. Okay. But I need more time. I would lean short. The only reason why I'd say I'm leaning short is for two reasons. One, lower high. Yes, it's putting in higher lows. I'll get to that in a second. But this candlestick pattern right there, that is an evening star, and it closed a doji right after it and not an instant red star. If this was an instant red star, I'm actually still going to put this on the watch list now that you brought this one up. If that was an instant red candle, this would be a short next week. But draw the trend line right here and watch this. It's in a daily squeeze. Oh my god, that looks ugly. Look at that. Look at all the red. Look at all the red. Oh, great. I'm glad you brought this up. I'm sorry if you were leaning so bullish on this. I'm going to be leaning so bearish right now until proven otherwise. I would like to see this thing break down to the one. I'd like to see it break down to 140. Underneath that, go back down to like 132, 130. You just have that lower high and evening star. After the move that it just had to the upside, the cup and handle larger time frame already played out to the upside. It deserves a pullback before it goes higher. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see it pull back down here, come to 143, break the trend line, and trickle down to 140. Again, here's the squeeze. Moving to the downside, MACD's bearish. You've had bearish divergence on the RSI during that time. I think you could see at least the breakdown come to here, sweep underneath of it. If it continues, it continues. That's extra cash if you're short by this point. But then you can see buyers step back in, and then it can go higher, perfectly fine. But that looks good for a potential short. I'm gonna add that onto the watch list. Dollar Tree's back testing your daily 50 and 21 right on top of each other. And this is where the small little consolidation right here came in. Look at that SR flip kind of spot. It just back tested it. Oh, this could be that could be a short too. Dollar Tree and Dollar General, those could be some shorts. I'm gonna add this one to the watch list too. DLTR. Potential downside. Add it onto the list with DG. Put it at the top. There we go. Weekly right off the 21. Look, right off SR flip. Look, the long just played out on both of them. Right there. The long just played out, and now it's back testing. Essentially, if I was long down here from 115, I would have taken this thing to 125. The low of this candle, 116.05. The high of the candle, 125.18. The trade played out. Right there. Back test, absolutely beautiful. If you're long right here, that was the spot. This is, my opinion, profit taking area. This is where you can see a pull back down. Even if it came back down to 120 and retested 116 again, just inversed it, perfectly fine. But risk to reward, right off the 21, right off the SR flip spot, perfect bounce. Go back up, reject the 9 and the SR flip spot, risk to reward, slam it back down. Now, if it continues to break over 125, 126, it continues to close above that and sellers don't step in, you do not see that rejection, it's a continued long off of that. But that's when I would go long. It's either long right here or it's a long on break and base above this to then take it higher. The initial test of it, I got to look for sellers to step in. I got to watch that one. Make sure I screenshot of that one. Let me see. I did. Perfection. Love my insights on SLV. Don't touch it. Just don't. Like, who wants to touch that? Look at this chart. Why? Why? I mean, this thing's trading like a freaking meme stock. SLV and CoinStraight. If you want to do anything on SLV and gold, intraday futures. The options don't really care for. I'd rather do the futures. It could come back down lower to $60. It's bouncing right off this volume shelf, right at this $70, and I think it just closed right above it, literally directly above it by 19 cents, and closed above the daily 50. After going underneath of it, it reclaimed. So risk to reward, I'd look for longs. You have a potential gap fill as well right here to the upside. So I think there could be a trade there for potential upside on SLV closer to 75, 76 first before it goes lower back underneath $65. The issue is it's at 70. So if you risk under 65 and you're targeting 75 and the stock's at 70, you're in the middle, which means you're at a 1-to-1 risk to reward. I don't like it. I don't like when my risk to reward is a 1-to-1. Minimum needs to be 1-to-2. My reward should always be, at least for me personally, it's just my style. If my reward on the trade setup is not at least 2 times greater than what my risk is, then I don't take the chart. And it's that way for one reason and just about one reason only. And we're going to skate the one song and one song only. And the reason on why that is because when it gets to that area of 1-to-2 risk to reward, I'm usually out half the position, if not slightly just over that. And I set my stop at entry. And the reason on that being is if I do a 1-to-2 and I sell half my position when I hit my 2 reward, right? Now overall, I'm at a 1-to-1 no matter what. Trade could go all the way back to my entry and stop out the rest, and that's it on the trade. And I traded it and got profit on an overall average of a minimum of 1-to-1, even though I hit 1-to-2. And if I do 1-to-1, I can't do that strategy to where if it goes up near that area and I sell half, right? It's putting me at a 0.5, which means if it pulls back down, stops me out on the rest, it's a green trade, but overall risk to reward was negative for the trade in its entirety. So otherwise, I would have to sell full position at one, and I can't let my runners go. And runners is where your money is made after you sell a decent chunk, or at least over half your position. If your runners continue to go when you're up, 50, 60, 70%, you let your runners go. When those runners go 1, 2, 3, 400%, those runners pay the same, if not a lot more, than when you sold majority of your position. Because when those runners, go from 100 and you exit majority at 150, $50 per contract gain, right? Now you let the runners go. Stop at break even or slightly in profit, but then they start to go 2, 3, 400%. Now your runners went from one to say 4 or 5. Now those runners are up $400 to $500 per contract. So 2 contracts, now I'm up another $800, right? When I sold half of this position from 1 to 150 at 50%, $50 per contract gain, my runners are 10x that now. That's where the money's made. So by doing that strategy, it wouldn't allow me to capture the money and opportunity on those runners. So essentially, just my opinion on risk management and also looking at silver where it's at right now. Not really too concerned. Again, futures I think can be decent on uh, intraday trading versus the options. So if you're not a futures trader, I'm not telling you to look into futures, but and they do provide really good moves intraday, honestly, when they have relative strength or weakness overall. You can capture some decent move on futures. And again, you don't have to worry about theta, delta, the Greeks, the expiry, strike price, all that other stuff. It's just long and short off of it. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. If I decide to touch silver or gold, it's more futures than anything. It's not really so much the options. Coin and MSTR, I think they deserve to be in the gutter. I don't really trade or like the crypto names. I do think they can potentially get a bounce. Um, so it just hit an area of support. So you have a low right down here, low right there, and it just hit right there as well. So risk to reward, looking at coin, looks decent for a bounce. There it is on the weekly chart. Absolutely beautiful. So it would have to back test the trend line area, which is going to be around 185, 190 area. So if you're looking for a potential trade on coin, I do not think it's a short. I think it already was a short. You had a squeeze that set up to the downside back in November 3rd, 2025, which fired here on that candle. And then here's your move to the downside. And it's still looking disgusting. RSI did just hit 30, getting into that oversold area. It absolutely can get a bounce right here, a little relief bounce after this downside. So personally, I don't like trading coin and MSTR, but you could get a little bouncy bounce right here. I'll put that on the watch list just because I know people probably in the Discord like to trade coin and MSTR. MSTR is a little bit more volatile than I think coin is. So I'll mark coin, throw that on there as well. Which broker is best with futures for me right now? I have a personal account that I use on Webull, and then I still have a few Apex accounts, and right now I'm using Tradeify, and I have them connected to Tradeovate right now. I have 2 of them connected to Tradeovate where I can copy trade them together. So personally, I'm using Tradeify. I really like their platform overall. So if you want to use Tradeify and try it out for futures, whenever you go to checkout, use code Casey Trades, and it should give you 30% off, I believe, everything, any purchase. So try that out if you like. Henry said LLY. I'm going to close this up here in a second, guys. I got to bounce. LLY consolidating on the daily, or sorry, weekly. Completely sideways, broke trend line, nice ripper through it. Never really gave the pullback after, just instant and now chopping sideways. Go to your daily. Here it is. Hammer back above the EMAs. Yeah, looks decent. So starts getting the move back over like 1075. Could get a move back up. It is in a squeeze. I see that right now. has not flipped bearish, but is getting very or bullish. It's still bearish, but getting very, very close. So that is the overall like chop box. Be easy to draw your high zone here. So you're gonna your supply and your resistance, and then your whoopsies demand and your support is down here. When that area is tested, try to pinpoint this a little bit better. There, and then color code this to green. And then there's your midpoint where that blue bar is. That's a volume shelf. So I do see that. Henry, you're probably watching this live stream right here. I do see that though. Nice find. I'm gonna screenshot it. I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chart channel as well. So the weekly, very choppy, back and forth, back and forth. It's longs down here. It sells up there until proven otherwise. But I do see that daily forming right now. It is starting to curl a little bit to the upside there. So could be something here. But copy trading at least 2 accounts is where it's at. It's new to me. It's very new to me. I've been trading futures a little bit more recently. So I've tried to, dabble back into my scalpy, degen self with SPX, and I absolutely love it. But I think I can get a little bit more bang for my buck and get my emotions more under control with futures for intraday scalps back and forth and be able to hold them longer versus SPX 0DTE options. So giving it a shot right now. Made some decent money last week within the futures accounts overall. And then in the new eval accounts that I bought for Tradeify, that I do have 2 of them copy trading right now on Tradeovate, those are up as well. One of them, I think I took a trade before. I thought I had it copy traded, synced up, but I guess I didn't. So that account is now ahead of the other one. So the P&L one account's up a lot more than the other one, but they are these 2 new ones, they're about to get funded. So looking to potentially close those out and hit that profit target potentially on Monday. If not Monday, then hopefully Tuesday. Those would be 2 other funded accounts to add and have those on Tradeify. I'll do the select plan for 5-day payouts, no consistency, and see how copy trading goes with those 2. And if I can, keep those things going, I'll buy another one, buy 50, 100, 100K or 150K, add that on to there. While I'm trading those 2, I add to the copy trade, pass that one, get that one funded, and keep doing that over and over again. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, that's it for me, guys. Appreciate you all. What's up, Amajama? I need to get Amajama on here. So usually, again, I'm live Sunday night. This is something out of the normal for me, doing this in the middle of the freaking day. But I know Will comes on here every now and then, but I would love to have other traders come on here as well. Will comes on here. He does a whole macro, overview and oversight on the market and shows his charts. We'll share his screen. He comes up here, talks to you guys. We go back and forth. I want to bring other people up on here. So whoever it is, go to the comment section and tag your favorite traders right now. Whether you're on YouTube, if you're on X right now watching it, just go to the comment section and just comment and add at your favorite traders that you would want to see come on here. That way in the future, whenever I do these Sunday night live streams again, we can have those guest appearances come on. They can come on for 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is, talk about their charts, what they're seeing on it, what their plan is for the market this week, have that conversation back and forth, share that technical analysis and our opinions on it, show all the work that we do, and then see how it plays out for the week whenever we're trading. But bring it on other people, get those different insights, because they're going to see things that I don't, and I'm going to see things that they don't, and we continue to do that. So would love to have Amajama come on sometime in the future. So again, go to the comment section on X, tag your favorite traders that you want to see come on to the show on Sundays, and then I'll reach out and see what I can do here. But right here on the right side of the screen, this is going to be the watch list going into the week. We have Tesla, Rocket Lab, Palantir, AppLovin, Micron Technology, Microsoft, MongoDB, McDonald's, Costco, Carnival Cruise Line, ARM, Apple, SPY, Qs, and IWM as normal, Uber, Airbnb, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and Coinbase. Those are all going to be the main ones as of right now going into this week that have some good opportunities for upside and downside for lower risk, higher reward trade setups that I think look best overall, looking at a lot of the names. So appreciate the ones that tuned in to the live stream. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. But if you want to come hang out with myself in the Discord, it's not only me. I have a group of another amazing traders in here, options traders for day trade and swing trading, options selling, and then futures trading for ES and NQ. And then I myself live stream, live trade, live teach every single day in the Discord. We have 9,400 people as of right now within the Discord. So if you would like to come hang out and trade alongside with the Casey Trade team, see if it's a place for you, then go ahead and you can click the link within my bio. It should be on X, YouTube, everywhere. It'll take you to either my Discord is the Discord link or my store, which is the wap.com link. Get yourself a 7-day free trial and just come hang out for free. Make money and leave or make money and stay. Those are your two options. That's it. You're either going to make money and leave or make money and stay. That's about it. But I encourage everybody, find a good trading community. I say it all the time. If it's my community, it's my community. Fantastic. If it's not my community, it's not my community. Find one though. Go explore your options. Find a group of traders, a good trading community that you connect with, that you can trade alongside with and grow. It's going to make the biggest difference within your trading career. It's one of the best things I think anyone can do. So again, if you want to come hang out, you can go click that link. Use code KC30 though at checkout. If you do decide to stay after your 7-day free trial, it takes 30% off. So don't forget to do that. Don't do the free trial, right? And then 2 weeks go by and be like, oh, I didn't use a promo code. Can you apply it? WAP does not allow me to apply the promo code instantly right off of that. It would have to wait until the next renewal cycle. Got to go and do the whole thing. So just do it ahead of time. There was a box for promo code. Just put KC30. So if you decide to stay, it's 30% off. And it works on anything. If you want to do monthly, perfectly fine. If you just want to be like, you know what, this is the place for me. Lifetime, there's like 4 or 5 different options. Whenever you click on the premium Discord thing, you'll see 4+ options, whatever it is. You can use 30% off on lifetime. I think it's a $700 whatever it is, and it's a one and done deal. I've had people in my Discord for the last 3 to 4 years who bought my lifetime at one point for 40 or 50% off. They're in my Discord for $300-400 for a one-time fee. They've been here for years, and it has paid off, 10,000 times since then. So take advantage whenever you see people out there, if they have good trading communities and it's something that you can connect with and you like the way they trade and their style and everything, take fucking advantage of those things. And you don't have to be just in one community. You can go be in mine, you could be in Notch, you can be in Amajamas, you can be in 4 or 5 different trading communities if they all offer something that's more beneficial to you. And then they have those opportunities for you to get in cheaper and have all of them. Check in with each one of them every day or every other day. I mean, just get as much education that you can from all these people that you like their style and how they trade and how their communities work. Take advantage of it, guys. I'm telling you, it's one of the best things you can ever do. So that's it for me. Love and appreciate you all. What's the link for the 7-day free trial, the trial in the Discord? It should be, if you just go to my store, let me see if it lets me type this. wap.com/Casey Trades. Let me see. So it should be wap.com/Casey Trades. It takes you to my store. You're going to see premium Discord. You're going to see the MMK algos and indicators, the full access, which is the bundle of those two things, premium Discord and MMK algo, my mastermind, which is the same mastermind that I developed and I teach every single month. There's a few things in there, but you'll see it'll say 7-day free trial. It won't have a price on it because you get it for free, obviously for the first week. So just click that and then make sure, please, for the love of God, make sure your Discord account is connected to your WAP account. So if you purchase anything on WAP from me, from any other person who sells any kind of product online thing within WAP store on the WAP website, it's a marketplace, okay? In order for it to give you access to that product, right? If it's within a Discord product, you have to have your Discord account connected to your WAP account. So if you purchase it and you don't have your Discord account connected to it, you're going to get charged, but then you're going to be like, where's the premium Discord, Casey? I don't have access to it. You have to go to your WAP account with the same email password that you logged in and purchased everything with. Go to your settings. You'll say connect accounts. Do you want to connect your X account, your Discord account, whatever it is? You can do all that there, but put your Discord account in, log in, and then it automatically gives you the the role essentially for the premium Discord to the Casey Trace thing. You'll hit a little blue button that says, "Do you want this thing?" You hit absolutely, and it takes you directly to the Discord, and then you have access. That's like the number one thing I think when people sign up for Discords, they always forget to do. Can you put it in here? It should be in there. I could be wrong. It should be at the top. No, it's right up there. So here, I'll type two things. HTTPS. This is going to take you to my Discord. Okay, this is the first one. It's also in my bio. If you're not following me on X, go to X right now. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, go to X right now, x.com, Twitter, your app, whatever it is, and just do @CaseyTrades777. You're gonna find me, almost 50,000 followers on there. I'm verified, the only one, and you'll see my store and everything right there. That's where I live at, is X and Discord. So this is my Discord link. It's in the chat. You should see it. And then this is going to be the store link. The store link is also in my Discord. So there's a channel that says upgrade to premium, and it'll be this one right here. So they're both there in the chat for you. So again, 7-day free trial. Come hang out, see if it's a place for you. I live trade, teach every single day. I have multiple alert analysts in there for swing trading, day trading, futures, everything. People watch me take my wins. People watch me take my losses. I do everything live in front of my community every single day. I live stream and I live there every single day. Yes, I'm on X and YouTube for live streaming with the Wolf Trading team, but I'm actively trading and doing everything within hundreds and hundreds to hundreds of people every single day in here. They see and watch everything I do onto the charts and what I'm calling out for what I'm trading. That is where I am at. So if you want to be a part of the Casey Trades Discord team, that's the place that you need to get to. So Ondis love, I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about Ondis. We'll see. We'll see. Can't say that too loud. Wattbender might hear me. He might be watching this. I don't know. So, all right, guys. Can't see trade algo. There's a bunch of different products in the store. You have MMK algo and indicators, which is a group of indicators that are for TradingView. Then you have Casey algo, which is one of my personal strategies that I developed, which is a TradingView indicator. And then you have Casey Trades Premium Discord access. That is going to get you access to everything that I do for trading within my community. Everything that where I'm live streaming trading every single day. That's where you want to be at. If you want indicators to try them out, if you're a SPY and QQQ trader, MMK is the way to go. Casey algo is great as well. They offer a lot of great things within the MMK algos and indicators that are on there. What is best for Discord for student? Just premium Discord access. That's the one that you want. Premium Discord access. Use code KC30 for 30% off at checkout. All right. So, all right. Went a little over on time. Thought this was going to be done around 2 o'clock. I'm going on for an hour and 43 minutes. Usually my homework is like an hour and 15 minutes. So watching Mr. Beast live and then talking with you guys, I guess we went a little bit overboard. But love and appreciate you guys. Again, if you're watching this on X, this is recorded. So please like and repost it. That way people can watch this later tonight. I know we got Super Bowl things going on, family events. I got it. That's the reason why I'm doing it now. But they want to watch this recording later on, okay, before next market open to see the charts that we talked about. I'm going to send a few out on X as well. I'm not going to send all of them. Obviously, you'll see all the red flags on the right side of the screen. I'm not sending all these different charts. I'm going to pick like 5 or 6. All right, same thing I do all the time. I'm in the Discord. I'm going to send them like 20 charts. I take like 5 and I send it to X for everybody else. It's kind of how it works. If I find more, then I might send them on X. I might just send them in the Discord. We'll see how this plays out. But so keep an eye on X for the posts, but please like and repost it. That way people can watch this later on because I'm not doing it later tonight. 1,800 people tuned into this today. Appreciate the 1,800 people who did. Love and appreciate you all. Good Sunday afternoon. ProFast guys, $69 for Casey Trades Premium Discord is a great deal. I mean, it's $69. I'm not sure if he's watching this, and I'm not going to say his name, but he's been watching our spaces for a minute, and he sent me a message last week. He said, "You know what? I'm joining the Discord." He joined the Discord, took like one contract on like 3 trades, all 3 trades green, and he said it just about covered already for the $69 that he paid. Size small, one contract, took 3 trades, all 3 trades worked out, boom, covered for. I mean, now we have, and he just joined last week, first week of February. I mean, now if he continues to do that every single day next week, right now he's going to be up 200 at the end of the month. Say he's only up $600, right? We'll just say 690 for shits and giggles because it's 69. You paid $69. You learned, right? You saw what I was seeing on there, live streaming, tuning in, taking trades that you like, making money, and you made $690. Can't complain about an extra $690, right? If you're in a good trading community, right? And it costs you $69 to go hang out with these people, see what they're doing, learning from them, and trading alongside with the team. I mean, if you like the confluence and you want to take these trades, I mean, you can't beat that. It's 10x. I mean, what you spent. That's how it is. You got to see it as an investment. Invest in yourself. Invest within the market. Invest in education. If you're serious about it, you got to take these opportunities for it. So, love and appreciate everyone who tuned in to the live stream. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning on Wolf Trading Spaces on X. I'll be a guest speaker on there, but I will be live streaming, live trading, and teaching within the Discord every single day with the team. So, love you all. Have a great day. I don't know who you guys are rooting for the Super Bowl. I don't really care who wins. I'm just here for the food that we're going to have. It's fantastic. Would love to see the Patriots win to break the record, get 7, because right now they're tied with, I believe, the Steelers, 6-6 for most Super Bowl wins. So we'll love to see them break the record. But at the same time, I'd rather see the Seahawks win. I'll be honest with you. I'd rather see the Seahawks beat the Patriots and get their second Super Bowl win, personally. So not sure if that's going to steer some people away from now hanging out with the Casey Trades team. If you're a diehard Patriots fan, I do apologize. Again, do I personally care who wins? No, I'm just here for the food. So love you all. Have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys tomorrow.